Hello, friends, family, saints, and ain'ts. Happy, thankful Thursday, May 23rd, I think. Oh my gosh, it is May 23rd. Ah, and we are this month focusing on our Radiant Wrap, our conversations around mental health and why. I'm on the wellness side of things. Well, I believe for in order for us to be healthy and whole, we must have good health in our minds and in our bodies and spirit, right? In order for us to be healthy and whole. And there are seven things that I believe that we need, and that is rest, activity awareness, diet, introspection, that's our meditation, our prayer, our reflection, agua, that's our hydration, note taking or journaling, and training. And when I'm talking about training, I'm not only talking about training our bodies, which I am talking about training our bodies, I'm also talking about training our minds. I, all of the wellness is going to begin in your mind. You're not going to change anything. Hi, Miss Kathy. If you do not change your thinking, you're not going to change your eating habits. You're not going to change your ability to move if you don't have the right mindset. So, mental wellness is very important. And last week, we talked about self care, um, because we need to take care of ourselves. And this week, well, about a year ago, anyways, I didn't really know anything about this topic, which is mental health, and I'm going to first aid, mental health first aid. And so I'm going to include mental health first aid in what I'm talking about right now. Um, Even one of my best friends, who is a therapist, she didn't know about mental health first aid. I mean, it hasn't been around a long, long time, but I found out about it through my church. We have a health and wellness component to our church. And as part of our health and wellness team, we have, over the last several years, had a mental health component. And Dr. Brenda Johnson and Mr. Andrew Williams head up that mental health component, and they are both instructors who are certified to certify other people, layman people like me. Anyone can get certified for first aid. And it's not just a certificate, it is backed by scientific studies that are proven to help to identify, assess, and assist in situations where there is mental health or substance abuse challenges. Um, and so I'm just going to share a few things really quick because I think it's important to spread the love, and knowledge is power. And this is part of what, as a mental health first aid person, should do, which is share. I'm also first aid certified in wellness and in health. So, and there's a need for layman people like myself, not just to be first, to be available until first responders can arrive in a situation. So let me see, did that come up? Okay, so I think this is what we're sharing today. The National Council for Mental Well-Being. It's really important to understand that we all have mental health, and sometimes we have challenges. So we want to make sure that our mental well-being and our physical well-being is good. Very important. Um, So the the idea of the mental health council is to ensure that everyone has this mental health. Okay. In order for us to do that, there's a few things like this month. They had this campaign of 4 things that they were doing. They said one thing a week, and I just wanted to go through some of those things. So the first thing is what I'm doing right now, and these are ways that you can be a part of the assistance of dealing with the challenges. Just raising your voice, okay? So, um, to be an advocate, which will help us because the SAM HSA, which is Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, in 2022, they did a study on drugs and health and found that 50 million people ages 12 and up in the United States have a substance use disorder. They also found that 60 million adults 18 and up have a mental illness. And what they're considering a mental illness is challenges with mental, emotional, or behavioral health. Okay. The adolescents weren't left out of that either. Sadly, 3.4 million adolescents between 12 and 17 years of age have serious thoughts of suicide. And between or 1 out of 5 of these adolescents have depression episodes. The treatment for substance abuse and mental health is very low. So part of what we need to do is talk about it and erase the stigma behind it, and help people to understand that there is access to them for services, for help that they need. And we also can be vocal within policies to let our leaders know that we need support. So that's one thing that we can do. Number 2, another thing that we can do is practice self-care for ourselves. Like we need, and that's what we talked about last week, our own mental health. And that goes for all of the caregivers, all the doctors, all the nurses, all the people that are caring for loved ones, children, parents. We all need to take care of our own health, so that mental health and physical health, so that we can best take care of others. Hi, Miss Sheila. How are you? Okay, so that's number 2. And then number 3 is actually just downloading things on social media, like spreading information or sharing information. So there's various platforms where you can find information, including Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, both for mental health and the first aid, and for the National Council for Mental Health. The substance abuse too. They all have various pages. So I'm just kind of going through a few of them here. And then you can get a lot of information, and also their websites. You can get a lot of information by friending, following these social media pages. Okay. And then number 4 is to actually be the difference. And how can you be the difference? Well, you can support your friends and your loved ones who are experiencing mental health or substance abuse by, like I said, helping them to be informed. And I've personally, I've lost friends, family to substance abuse and mental health. So it's something that is personal to me, for me. And I have not dealt with not one wellness client, not one fitness client who has been successful without us addressing the mental aspects of their wellness. We've had to always, in order for them to be successful, have shifts in their mindset. And so those are the three that I always focus on: meals, movement, and mindset. And with the mindset, without the mindset, it's really hard to have a shift in the meals or the movement, right? And what the studies show or believe, what is believed by the National Council of Mental Health or Mental Wellness, is that there should be 1 in 15 people who can identify, who can understand, and then respond to signs and symptoms of mental health and substance abuse challenges. So that would mean that we need more people to talk about it. Let us people know there should be no shame, no stigma behind it, erasing that, and then giving the resources that we need. 988 is one of them. That's a suicide prevention hotline. Getting certified, becoming a mental health, or getting mental health certified. And there are virtual as well as in person and hybrid sessions all the time. I've gotten mine for the first aid for adults. I haven't gotten the one for children, but I think I'm going to do that one too, because that's different. It's different. And so I plan on doing that, but I hope that this was helpful for you, and you can go back, and if you have questions, please, and comments, if you'd like to share, then please do so. I'd like to hear from you. And I went, like I said, because we have certified instructors at our church. That's how I got my certification. I got certified, I don't know, a couple months ago, earlier this year. And I have been planning on doing it for a couple years, and it was very good and very helpful. I did learn some things through that certification. So maybe you can consider, some of these things, doing some of these things. I share with you because I have love for you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I do believe you have greatness inside of you. And when we're talking about the numbers that we're talking about, 50 million people, 12 years of age, has a substance use disorder. That means if there's 10 people in a room, at least one of them, right? At least one of them is dealing with substance abuse. That's a lot. And mental health disorders, it's even greater. So this is really important. All right. I love you. Nothing you can do about it. Like I said, you, my friend, you have greatness inside of you, and I believe in you. Bye for now.